Hey there, welcome back to Marketing Matchmaker. Have you ever found yourself kind of scratching your head and thinking about that email or that post or that ad that you put up that just didn't quite land right with your audience? I mean, come on, I can't be the only one out there that has had this happen to them. Honestly, I think everyone in business at one time or another has sent out a marketing email that missed the mark so badly. It felt like you were shouting into the wind and all you heard was your own voice. Now, if we take a second and picture yourself scrolling through social media, all of those memes and posts and videos, they're all really trying to grab your attention. Each post is trying to get a like or a share or a comment or whatever that next step might be for them. And yet only a handful of them make you pause and actually engage. That's the power of messaging. It's that viral video that everyone can't stop talking about. It's that fusion of relatability and precision that tugs at your emotion while also resonating with your thoughts and actions. So if you've ever wondered, how can I craft messaging that makes my audience connect with me on a deep level and also helps them to convert? Buckle up, because today we're diving deep into messaging. Those words, tones, emotions, the things that will help your audience to stick around, to be captivated by you, and most importantly, to buy from you. Marketing and dating are all about building relationships, right? In the world of online dating, there are swipes and matches, right? And that initial reason that you click on someone may be their picture. However, the reason that you actually message them and start a conversation boils down to how they present themselves online, what their bio looks like. And it's all around the messaging that's very similar to the digital world, digital marketing. In this vast sea of brands and content and all of the things that we see out there that's vying for our attention, it's really that message that makes someone stop and think, hey, this person really gets me. They understand where I'm at right now and how to help me get where I want to go. And if we go a little bit further with the dating metaphor, the way you craft your message is often like choosing that perfect outfit for that first date. You want to show up as your best self. You want to spark their interest and you want to keep them coming back for more. It's all about making that first impression magnetic. What is going to really connect them to you in a way that's long-term? So when it comes to messaging, it really is that piece that connects you. It's that bridge to your audience that actually will resonate with them, that will create that emotional connection that helps them decide that you are the expert, that you are the person that they want to connect with. It creates trust and reliability. Honestly, when you are authentically you and you can create that messaging that really draws in your audience, it creates a trust with them, which then creates relatability. And relatability is what people really want when it comes to engaging with the person they're going to buy from. There is a difference, however, between being clever and being clear. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be clever when it comes to your messaging. You can absolutely be fun and authentic and clever, and your messaging has to connect with them in a very clear way. If your messaging is too clever and you have to explain your message, nobody's going to buy. Nobody's going to take that next step because they don't understand what you're saying to begin with. Being able to create that emotional connection and to create trust and reliability really does help you to stand out from everyone else out there, which means that you get to stand out from the crowd as everyone else is being bombarded with generic messages. The role of messaging is really to break through the clutter that often lives in people's phones and in their lives. I have a client who, one of my favorite people, honestly, and she has really grown in her messaging over the years. And I think that's the way we all do it, right? We start with a general message, and then as we learn our business, as we learn who we are, our messaging gets a little more clear and more authentic to us. And she actually sent an email out. The subject line of the message was, "This weekend, I gave my husband an enema." I mean, quite frankly, that makes me laugh because she is the type of person that overshares. And this particular email, while the subject line was startling and got people to open it, the actual interior of it was really about putting her husband and herself and how their relationship worked. This email did two things for her. One, for those people that didn't find her funny or didn't connect with her, that subject line alone had them remove themselves from her email list, which is fantastic because then she's not marketing to people who don't connect with her. And for those that did connect with her, they dove into the email and had a good laugh and learned something from the process. They also ended up taking this next step in their customer journey. The thing is your messaging, well, it doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it should be attention grabbing. And it has to be authentically you. Because if you're creating messaging that is not authentically you, you're going to end up attracting people who aren't actually interested in connecting with you. So when it comes to crafting that messaging, we want to start with really deeply understanding your audience. Really learn what it is that connects with them. What are they struggling with? What are they thinking? How do they think? What is it that they need right now? Because every person in your audience needs a different thing at a different level of their customer journey with you. Maybe they're brand new and they don't know what it is you do. Or maybe they've been around for a while and they're waiting for you to make an offer. Each piece of your messaging needs to really connect with your audience, which means you need to know them inside and out. Emotionally, your content has to resonate with them. When we think about the psychological and emotional pieces that are behind why individuals purchase, we really start to be able to tap into those motivations that are deeper intrinsic desires and need to be triggered in order for them to buy. So I'm going to go over 6 of them today. So the first is a need to be needed. This is really rooted in the desire to have significance and to be valued by others. So oftentimes they're drawn to purchase products and services that allow them to play an essential role in somebody's life. Maybe you're teaching them how to be a better coach, or maybe they're teaching them how to be a coach to begin with, or whatever else that might be. The next one is the need for expansion and growth. At our core, a lot of us have a desire to evolve and learn and push our boundaries. That means that your product, service, or solution needs to connect with them on that level, that it promises some type of personal or professional or growth that can appeal to them and to this emotional need. Next is the need for surety, to be certain. It's really a need for security and stability, which is often a fundamental human desire, but it's not what everybody resonates with. That being said, there are people that do. So being sure about having maybe stabilized health, like they're struggling in their health, or having a money back guarantee or a long-term warranty on your product, service, or solution can oftentimes create that emotional connection with them. There's the need to be loved. And this is really about acceptance, which is a powerful, huge motivator in a lot of people's lives. This can help, like you can create that within your product by focusing on how their behavior and changing their behavior will attract and help them be accepted in the world. If you know your audience needs to be loved, you get to craft the messaging around that. You have the need to serve and offer value. Honestly, there are tons of people that fall into this category, especially women. They really feel this satisfaction from being of service to others or contributing to a larger cause, which means that your messaging, no matter what you're teaching them, should also be around that. How learning this XYZ makes it you able to serve other people at a deeper level. And the last one that we're going to touch on today is that need for change, for variety. While we all seek stability, we also often crave change and novelty and excitement. So creating a new subscription service that offers something different every month is going to appeal to that variety. It's about really recognizing what your audience's emotional need is, understanding that that will influence their buying behavior, and creating messaging around that. When business owners genuinely cater to these emotions, they can really create deep connections, creating more than just customers. They create those loyal advocates that come back more and more for you. Your tone of voice needs to be consistent throughout all of your marketing. Make sure that whatever your messaging is, well, it sounds like you. It really does help to create that level of trust, because the more authentically you are, the more people can connect with you and resonate with you. And that, my friends, is what gets them to buy. Because people don't buy things. People buy the message. People buy the transformation. So if you can clearly articulate what that transformation is while also being really authentic to who you are, you're more apt to attract the right audience and sell to them. Crafting the perfect message is about more than what you should do. It's equally important to be aware of what you shouldn't do. So, a couple of pitfalls that I have seen clients and brands do over the years. First, being too broad, really avoiding being really precise about who it is that you're trying to attract. You see, being too broad or generic in your messaging and thinking that it'll appeal to everyone is a huge issue. Instead, focus on clarity and precision. Your message should be tailor-made for your target audience. It should be addressing their specific needs and concerns. Next, overloading information. Bombarding your audience with too much information at once and hoping that something sticks is a huge factor. Giving them too much information tends to have them shy away from what it is that you want them to learn. So really streamline your message. Less can often be more. Highlight the key points that you want them to connect with, and then leave your audience curious enough to want more, to ask questions, to engage with you. Ignoring feedback is a huge mistake. Not listening to the responses from your audience or being defensive about that feedback is and could lead you to losing your audience. So always be open to feedback. Constructive criticism can be a real key to refining and perfecting your messaging. Lack of authenticity Well, that's the death knell, honestly. Because if you're crafting messages that don't align with your brand or making promises that you can't keep, well, the people that you're attracting aren't going to be the ones that you actually want to work with. So stay genuine in your messaging. Authenticity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of that loyal customer relationship. Forgetting the call to action. Missing a clear call to action will leave your audience unsure about what the next step is. I actually had a friend who decided to run her own ads one day, and I saw it just came through my feed, and I saw the ad, and there was no call to action, nothing for the people to do on it. It was just information, which is great if it was a video, but it wasn't. It was just a post. Without that call to action, your audience doesn't know what the next step is. So always help your audience out, whether that's on your landing page or in your social media. Ask them to take that next step, whatever it is. Signing up for your newsletter, making a purchase, signing up for your lead magnet, whatever that might be. Really ask them to take that next step will help you to create a connection that resonates with them and that will make them have a desire to take that next step. When it comes to creating your messaging, the most important piece is going to be to know your audience and to create that messaging from being a really authentic place. Those two pieces will help you to connect with your audience. When you connect with your audience on a deep level, they have a desire to take those next steps to work with you. And creating magnetic messaging is what's going to help you to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. If you're struggling right now to create that messaging that resonates with your audience, head over to yourmarketingmatchmaker.com and schedule a free strategy call. Let me help you create those next steps that will help to attract your audience so that you can grow your business. Thank you for listening to the Marketing Matchmaker podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love to hear your feedback. Please head over to Apple, iTunes, and leave a review so we can hear from you. And if you are a coach, consultant, or online course creator who are looking to grow your business, increase your income, and scale your impact, connect with me at yourmarketingmatchmaker.com. I look forward to hearing from you.